policy for the rest of this run is we are going to be avoiding landmines intentionally. You know, like if I sight and go for landmine, we're going to avoid that on this run. Again, it was a question from a couple people about can you do warrior and tanks without the landmines. So today we're going to try to see if we can. Of course, we've now had the added challenge of the fact that I don't have Magicites, so that'll be interesting. But we'll worry about that as the run proceeds. And let's begin. Okay, Tasmania, hope you're having a good day today. It's good to see you, man. Hope everything's going well. Hope you're gonna have a good lead into your weekend. Let's do this one. Okay, raising. So, if I conduct this like a melee strat, my opener would be a strength and a frailty. That's how I'd want to start off to get some speed going. Let me just get this pulled in, but we're going to open with a strength and frailty here. Now, the frailty opener is something I like because a lot of times you don't really find too big of an opportunity to frailty. And as I mentioned earlier, you do want to, if you're going to use a palm, you want to get the most out of it. So starting a floor with frailty probably means I get the full 3 minutes out of here before I have to move on. Even less than that, but I still probably get the full duration of that frailty. Now, one thing we do want to avoid is we do want to avoid hitting a chest while the frailty is active, because if it's a mimic, then that makes it a bit of a problem because it does not get the frailty property. So you want to try your best not to open a gold chest if the frailty is open. Now, if you feel like you're almost out of the floor, then that's fair. You know, maybe you can afford that extra kill or something like that, but certainly don't do it right away. So I'm not going to be opening that gold chest until maybe about 5 kills or more on the floor. Checking the silver chest here. Still no Magicite. Lovely. Getting tome so I can max out the caster class. I'm watching this because I died to land my plays. Fair. Going to play 14 on my alley while I have been visiting North Carolina this weekend. Nice. Okay, cool. Silver chest not dropping any Magicites. Crazy business. It's a little bit of crazy business. That's right. I would say it's a little bit of crazy business. Hey Jordan, how you doing? How you doing? Been working on my Necromancer's Warrior, and one thing I'm wondering about is how to deal with big garden drains. Hope that you're in a room that's big enough that you can let them walk by you. Definitely try to be patient, try to pull the ones that are going away from you, not toward you, right? Also you could just rage. just rage them, and try to position it so you get the double dip rage. That's another way to get rid of them. But sometimes you just get caught in a really bad spot when it comes to gardens, especially if you're in a bad room. I mean, I remember one of the runs I had, I was in like a really bad dead end room, and I had to contend with 7 of them total coming at me. You know, I think I ended up like, oh no, I didn't. I almost raged. I actually was able to survive for some reason, but yeah. I don't know, man. Okay, to be fair, on the earlier floors, I was kind of not really, you know, I was skipping quite a lot of chests. With that being said, I haven't seen them ever since. And you'd think, like, if you look at the bingo board, you'd think I would have, like, you know, maybe used it to get the bingo board, but I haven't done anything on the bingo board either, so that's nice, but... Nice raising pickup, I'll take it. Yeah, opening strength frailty is definitely my melee go-to, and this is what you're seeing today. As mentioned, we are avoiding landmines on purpose because it's a bit of a request here. So you're not going to see any landmines today at all. Not purposefully.
Happy Dawntrail.
Happy Dawntrail! Hey, thank you for that tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the continued support. 24 months, 2 whole freaking years. Cheers. I got lucky in one of my runs and had a rage anyway. That ended up being a 199 treasure major. No! Yeah, that's one reason I like having a rage for the finale, but sometimes it is what it is, man. I think I'm gonna get the bomb. So the frailty here was actually very useful because I got the full duration and this was a pretty high kill. So we're still going to be out of here in a respectable amount of time. I can't do this set without landmines anymore. Well, hopefully we get to showcase being able to do it without landmines, you know? That's kind of the purpose of this, but we'll see what happens. It'll be even better if, like, we actually manage without the Magicites. That'll be a wild one. That will be a definite showcase. No Magicites, no problem. We'll see how that goes. Obviously the question, but do bosses does rage do anything to bosses? Nope. Now the only actual time that it could be useful, however, is if a boss has an ad. Now the only time you'd actually really use one for an ad is probably 150, because 150 with the succubus, which when the boss heals from the succubus, you could rage that ad, but I would say you're using that for like an emergency. Like you are running out of time, you have nothing left to go. You do that play because you just need to get through. So that would be like the only situation that would be, in my opinion, viable for it. Unless of course you mess up like 140 too. Like if for some reason you left ads alive on 140, then maybe a rage would be not a terrible thought. But then a resolution would probably still be better than a rage. But blindfold, you know, I have thought about a blindfold run. The logistics of it are kind of really tough, but maybe someone figures it out. Maybe I figured it out. Who knows? Control with feet. How would I prove that? Without showing feet. How would I prove it without actually showing the feet? One thing I would like about Retro Rando Bingo I watched in Gaia's stream are conduct squares. For example, your no landmine plays choice would be a square, up to the runner to decide to abide... Wait. I'm not following. Let me read that again. Not intentional. I'm not getting the kills either. Could be a square. Up to the run to decide to abide by the conduct or break it. What do you mean by, like, abide by it or break it? What do you mean? That's the thing I think I am not catching at the moment. Show feet. Feet cam. Yeah, I mean, look. I wouldn't technically, like, care so much outside of the fact that it probably gets me banned on Twitch, so I probably don't do that. I mean, there probably is a lot of landmines here. You would start with a square marked. If you did a landmine play, you'd lose a square. Oh, like a reverse thing. So, like... Okay, I can see that. So you'd have to actively avoid something. Otherwise, you get penalized by doing it. That's an interesting thought. I kind of like that idea. Because then that would be interesting, because there are certain things in Deep Dungeon that you do very commonly. So then if you reverse it in the sense of like, well, now you can't do this, and you get actually penalized for it, huh? I'll note that one down. That would be interesting. So then, what's the win condition? Like, okay, in the example that you gave me, what's the win condition? Just basically getting to credits, in a way, or beating the run? What do I usually surrender in Warrior? No abilities is a good candidate, depending on what you're fighting. I would say Gloom plus something would be a good candidate as well. It's still bingo, just some of the squares are conduct. Some guy, and some of them are like, you have now, random things you can counter, just spicy things to enter the squares. Okay, so like you start a board, and it already has some squares filled. But still, like, what would be the... I guess your goal is still to just hit bingo, I guess? Okay, okay. That's an interesting twist to it that I didn't think about. That would be kind of neat. Like in our case, don't use a Magicite. Which, you know, seems to be something that's forcing it upon myself, but that could be a thing. Dude. Relax. Didn't I do something to this floor? This is the punishment for all the good luck I've had the past few days. Good. I mean, they gave it to me on Warrior. Like, I really care on Warrior, right? Get that file. Maybe don't use Gerudo would be more interesting. Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, yeah. Because then if you get stuck with all Garuda, then that kind of screws you over, right? Or Velvet. Velvet likes Garuda. She's team Garuda. So that would really mess her up big time. Don't do this conduct. Where? Dude, I'm trying to text and drive for the love of God. Okay. Where is the chest? Okay. I have a whole list of ideas you guys gave me. I'm typing it on my phone right now, so I appreciate all the little bits and things that you guys have added to this. There's a lot of patrols here. I know that there's a lot of patrols. Hey, Chaos! Not a problem. I've definitely recognized that I honestly thought it wouldn't be as major of a deal even almost 2 weeks in, but gamers like yourself have been expressing that even as of my recent stream on Tuesday, and honestly, it's no problem to me. I'm still going through MSQ. And I know I'm personally very sensitive to spoilers, and I try to really be kind and, like, you know, kind of reflect that over. So yeah, no problem. And we're gonna be, and we're gonna be very strictly on the spoiler-free zone until Savage. I made that announcement on Discord that I will retain this until Savage, which is in 2 weeks, 2 more weeks after today. And it's mostly because of viewers like yourself who are like, you're probably still trying to stay away from, like, MSQ stuff, or maybe you just hop back into the game and you're, like, in Endwalker and, you know, so yeah, no problem. Is that 3 or 4 patrol? I think that was 4, but not 5. I'm pretty sure I saw 4 Tigers. It's finished doing a massive move, and I haven't really touched Dawntrail to this point. Yeah, you know, and I know someone mentioned, like, for the Americans, I mean, you had the 4th of July holiday, so that probably was also a factor for some people as well. I finished Shadows against last week, I just learned. Hey, Nick. Yeah, no problem, guys. I mean, thanks for letting me know. It goes a long way. Like I said, because of you guys telling me this, you know, it makes me make these kind of thoughts and decisions and stuff, so thank you for at least giving me the feedback. Like, literally, people will go out of the way who usually lurk on stream to just say that, and I take it to heart. Okay, next floor is altered, which is fine. No, I'm gonna commit. Okay, we should be fine. It won't kill me anyway, but I do want to consider a flight sometime soon to make up some time, which is part of the strategy that I like to employ here. What I would love to do more is I would love to do aggressive flights to save my floor wipes. That's how I'm looking at it. So I would be willing to actually empty out my... Oh my god. I'd be looking to empty out my flights here if it means I don't use the Petri. That's how much I'd be in them if I would end up using it. I also just started Endwalker myself, and love Deep Dungeon, and going for the clear. If we're continuing, yo, we had, you know, Fright, so we've had a number of people who literally, like, even back in Palace, there would be people who got to a certain point, maybe like Heaven's Sword or something, and they would not proceed until they got Necromancer. And I just thought that was just the craziest thing, you know. It's like, wow, we've gotten to the point where people really enjoy the title so much that That is their priority. Beyond MSQ, beyond anything else in this game. That's what they want, and I never would have really dreamed that that's how this content would end up, you know? But here we are. It's happened. It's happened. If I end up not getting it, I will continue, but I've committed a few runs doing it so far. The game will wait, man. It'll be here, you know? The game will be here when you're ready. And if anything, the longer you wait means more content you have you can do, you know? Maybe you could, like, just cut through all the story all at once in one big, long experience, and that's kind of cool. Maybe I should have fortune. I probably should have fortune. It's kind of too late now, but... steal again, that's good. Flight, which is great, which is what I was planning to do anyway. I had to conceal in that previous room. I could fight a... I prefer not to fight a wolf, but I could fight a wolf. I'm excited to get into Palace of the Dead. Palace of the Dead's fun. I'm not even started Endwalker until I do all the post-content. Missing the near raids, okay? And I got my Boja Relic! The Boja Relic is pretty cool. I think I have a Boja Relic, but, I have like one Boja Relic, but so far my favorite relic has been the Endwalker Relic, personally, because of the color. The color is really good. Glad there is no poison pots for enemies past 50. That would be a fascinating option. That would be a fascinating option, yeah. I'm on my third round of Gunbreaker Heaven on High. And just got into the 91s! Oh, you're so close! And that's what you need. 91 with good palms, it's just a matter of time. Especially when you're talking about consistency, you're right there. Not even a problem. You'll get it in time. I mean, it may take a couple more runs, but you'll get it. Self-imposed Sprout Heaven on High clear has been a struggle to limit your content to clear Deep Dungeon before MSQ. Hey, look. We got the goals to do. What's up, Lindar? Good morning. Bingo. That's right. We have bingo going on. Do I have a favorite Deep Dungeon? I'm biased. For me, it's Palace of the Dead. There's a lot of reasons why it's Palace of the Dead, Jorgen. And again, it's biased. First, I do think Palace does have the better vibes in terms of, like, viewership and what people think of the run. I think most of the time, even from, like, someone who doesn't see Deep Dungeon very often, I think they might find the higher floors of Palace a lot more thrilling. I've had some really, really good experiences with, like, the Astro run and so on and so forth. So that's a little biased because of the streamer part of it and the content creation part of it. And then we did AGDQ in Palace of the Dead, and that is probably one of my greatest gaming moments of my life, is just having that experience of that type of event, and it's really, really hard to beat that, you know? I mean, maybe if I end up doing, like, a GDQ for, like, EO or, like, Heaven on High in the future, maybe then you can come back and ask me. But, yeah, it's mega biased, and, you know, I treasure those memories very much. But, with that being said, I think, for sure, I've been in Heaven on High more than, like, Palace. I mean, Heaven on High, we have almost close to 90 solo clears, I believe. I think we're either on, like, 80-something, I don't know. I gotta check my VODs, because I haven't been putting the clears on the VODs as of recently. But, yeah, like, we have a lot of clears in Heaven on High, so I've been here a long time. Actually, I could do a search on the, MP thingy, I believe, and see how many we have. There's 2 patrols coming in. What is it? 5 patrols on the floor? So there's at least 3 right now. Really do like the aesthetic of 151. Yeah, it's really good. EO would be, in my opinion, would have kind of the best aesthetic. But I think those floors look badass, but the camera tilts me to no end. I am so pissed off with the camera in Eureka Orthos. It's so annoying. Like, I don't know if that was like an oversight or if that was on purpose, but playing zoomed out like I do, it's just tilting when you get to certain angles. That is 4 patrols. If I see one more, I could check out the next one. Now, I will say, Heaven on High 81 Plus has definitely upgraded big time to me. Because it looks amazing with the new lighting. Even the floor 90 boss, Onra, that floor looks amazing. The lighting made such a difference. Play first person. Or like zoomed in. I know some people like to zoom into their character. I can't play first person unless I change my controller, my entire key binding. Because my current keybind just makes it impossible to play first person. I believe this was flighted, so I want to check the other rooms first because I really need chests. Where are you going? You're leaning to the left, but you're not going left. Do we have our Magicite, guys? Is it happening? Why would it happen? I should just not open silver chests anymore. Just make this a no Magicite run. Do I want to check that room? No, I want time. Okay, time is still, like, on pace, so I think I'm gonna consider another flight right now, just so I can kind of stay ahead, and then we'll sit at 2 until I need to go a little bit faster. So, the time that I look for, I've kept this a lot more simpler than I did my previous experience. I don't really do, like, per floor, like, go, like, 6 minutes per floor anymore. You can, there's nothing wrong with that. But the way you use your palms kind of makes that, you know, adjusted here, so, like, a flight's gonna be faster than not a flight. So the only one I look at is walking into the 6th floor, and if I'm above 30 minutes, then we don't need to do anything weird. If I'm below 30 minutes, if I'm under 30 minutes, then I need to really consider doing something to help me speed up. That's my check mark there. Just to keep it nice and simple. So looking at 39 into the 4th floor, that's where it's like, well, I might start falling under in time, and then that made my decision of trying to do another flight. And now we could get the benefit here because it is no item, and if I pick up a flight here, that's gonna make me feel real good. Bring it, Sengear! There's a troll over there. Will you get the coveted triple no item? Already? I feel like it's too soon for that, but it's also not a bad thing for this job. I don't mind it on Warrior. That is a win. Right there, that is a win. I called it. Because the flights do feel pretty common up here in 71. That is a big win right there. Called it. Of course, you wouldn't have seen, like, maybe I don't get the no item on the next floor if I didn't flight, so on and so forth, but in this instance, it kind of played out the way I would have liked to see it. Petri. This is flighted, so it wouldn't be worth doing the Serenity for Petri here. Something to always keep cognizant about. If this was like, okay, if this was not a flighted floor, and then I saw that Petri, there would be some worth depending on what my time was. I'd probably be willing to sacrifice the Serenity, one Serenity for that to happen. But it's flighted, so I could be out of here by the next kill or the next 2 kills. So it would not be worth the Serenity in this case. I'm already saving time with the flight. So I'd have had to pull the tofu if I wanted to get across this room. So I decided to go with the deer instead, just so I can fight something while I'm waiting. I also don't know if that pudding just moved. I'm gonna wait a little bit until I see him move. The serpent's also gonna attack me here at some point. I guess they just moved because they're not doing anything right now. Long way. Mimic's fine. I think I missed wrong, unfortunately. Strength came in very good. I just came back to the game and decided to create a new character a month ago. I'm in Heaven's Word campaign, but it's on hold because I decided to focus my energy on completing deep dungeons. I want to be able to be the one in the white space and sit on the bench. Oh god! I just did that by accident. The bench is spiritual. It is. It's a very spiritual place. All the cool people have played into it. Okay, so this is a waste of time. This is my bad. I just, like, engaged. So I guess I'll watch the serpent here, to see if it moves or something. That's kind of fine. I got no items, HP penalty, and the first thing that happened was a double lying crit. Wow. It welcomed you into the core, is what it did. Kralian, thank you for following, welcome in. Welcome. Okay, so we had about 3 minutes extra going into the 6th floor, so for now, because we're over 30 minutes, I'm just gonna go at normal pace, and we'll just see how far we get without having to use anything. I might use the strength, but we'll see. I'm gonna go this way. Actually, no. Let's go away from the exit. Even if that's a Magicite, that doesn't do me anything, because I don't have any at all. Probably gonna consider the strength here, to keep ourselves moving. Well, the game said use the strength, so I will. Eventually. I'm gonna do a pull because my IR is coming up. Rule of warrior. If your inner release is available, burn it. Doesn't matter what you're pulling, just burn it. You don't want to waste that damage. Try to use a silver chest here. We want to get it below 70. Hey Nazgul, you like the bingo card? It's pretty neat, huh? Still, I think it still needs a lot of revisions, but it wasn't a bad first card. Line. Is this classic unintended? This is a classic unintended no Magicite, right? I've been trying to get silver chests, and we still haven't seen them. Now, there is a silver chest in the exit. I guess I'll work toward the exit room. Potsherd. I was working towards the potsherd, so that was nice. Gotta pick up the strength. I guess I'm gonna probably fight this dude. Yeah. Perfect. You get the perfect distance here. Okay, come here. Got Weaver to 92 to 100 yesterday. Nice. So it's fun. Nice. Now I'm working on either White Mage Warrior or Viper. Cool. Hope you have a blast. I'm currently trying to level Picto and Red Mage together. That's my destination. Okay, what's gonna suck? He's gonna shoot me from afar. Can't stop. Back to sleep. Alright, thank you, Sengir. Have a wonderful sleep, dude. Thanks for passing by. I think we'll be fine. Alright, I think we're still okay on time, so we're gonna go in as is, especially with the strength going on. Victor had small manual skills that I need more practice on. Okay. Still no Magicite. Auto heal disable. Time to storms. So what's War's general game plan at 181+? Are you saving sites for landmines or something? I don't typically go for landmines unless I really am in an emergency. I wouldn't say landmines are a play 81+. I mean, I do use them in 71+, but not so much 81+. I think a really good strategy is that you would use your flights early, like 82, 83, 84, use them there, and then try to see how your time is as you're going through the floors. Alterations 86+, which is basically a general strategy for like all jobs to do. Consider double dip rages later. That's kind of what you're looking at for a warrior. Of course, you have to kind of make up a little bit of time here and there. I mean, utilizing silver chests for explosions is a really good play, but yeah, I would say that the strategy is pretty similar to a lot of other classes. You haven't heard 15 in a long time. Good music. How's Warrior feeling? Yes, El Ratardo. It's the same. I mean, I was looking up the job changes for Warrior, and I think all it got was just a lower potency on AoEs, which is kind of whatever, and it had a higher potencies on G-Cities. I don't know if that's later, if you get that later, but basically Warrior is just the same. Of course, this one in particular has been interesting because of the lack of Magicites. And we also have intentionally avoided landmines, which was kind of a little bit of a request from chat. So we're trying to get through without the use of the landmine, which is a really good strategy for Warrior in my opinion. It is a big time save, and Warrior I feel like is one of the better jobs to execute a landmine. But I do still feel like it's a fair point and a fair question and a concern. If you're just not used to doing landmines, you know, do you go through the process of learning it, or can you just forego it altogether? And right now we're trying to see if we can clear without them. I mean, I would say the palms are pretty standard without the landmines right now, so it's been going pretty well. The Hippogriff has to go because it is proximity. I'm gonna try to bait it over here so it doesn't free fall until it's close to me. A little bit more uptime there. It's kind of stuck in a wall right now. Sounds good. I plan on doing my first clear as one. Ninja too paper for you to be. That's fair. That's fair. Ninja is a lot of fun. I love the ninja run, but melee is still a thing, and it's very difficult on melee, no matter how you look at it. That's nice. I was scared of Griffins here, but then I found out you can stun. Yes, yep, you can stun Winter. I mean, you can line of sight it, or you can stun it, which is, you know, the go-to way of doing it. Alright, so now we're kind of moving pretty well with time. I don't think I'm too concerned about it unless we really slow down in the last two, but we should be okay. Now, this sounds like debuffs. How many are we dealing with? Big floor. Ability down is going to be something, because that's going to cost me some time. Can't handle these mimics. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I don't have stun either. Okay. So this is interesting, because I may consider a Serenity here, but I might see what the chests give me first, because I am limiting the enemies that I'm able to fight here. So, like, a Yeti would be a good fight. I can't stun it. Yak would be a good fight. Can't interrupt it. Lion would be fine, but I have no mitigation. So someone was asking earlier, what points do you do a Serenity? And I would say in this one in particular is tricky because of the big room. If I didn't have a big room, I think my decision would be different, because I could line of sight, but I can't line of sight here. I have not gotten a Magicite so far. I have not been weird or fancy using them. I hadn't been trying to exploit the bingo board to try to go for them. Nope, we just haven't seen them. What are Magicites? I don't know what they are. They haven't added them to Heaven on High yet, for whatever reason. I don't see any more chests. This probably does become a Serenity floor. Yeah, I'm gonna Serenity. I could have ran the Strength and Steel, but I feel like the Strength and Steel will be a little bit more valuable on the next set as opposed to this set right now. Look how big it is. Even if I started running, I don't think I'm getting out in time. Maybe if I start running, I can get out in time, but that's just such a waste of time. You had a run where you didn't see raising. That sounds about normal. Did you get them again in like 61 or 71? Because that'll also be about normal. I did pick one up here, although I would expect a little bit more, but we've only seen one extra. Oh, I dodged it because of my inner release. Wait, what? Really? Okay, I thought I hit the button, but apparently I was late. Okay, well, guess I'm paralyzed for a little bit. I swore I hit the button, but maybe I was either too far or I just didn't register. There is a chest here. It would be kind of shitty if that was a Petrify, but we'll get over there first. Alteration. It does, well, I mean, it will instant KO a DPS, that's for sure. A tank can definitely survive it. I think that was it, I was just a little too far. I think I debated myself because I thought about running away, and then I ran back in, and then I didn't have anything. that time, we're gonna do it. I think I'll do a Yeti next. I mean, I could do the Mimics. No, not yet, because my interrupt is down. So let's do a Yeti first. Assuming I get out of here in maybe the next 2 or 3 minutes, I think we should still be okay without doing anything. If it takes me a little bit longer, then I might have to use something to get off to have enough time for the boss. I think for the boss, I'd want to have close to about 11, 12 minutes if I don't use anything. Yep, it's a nasty heavy, but like, if you time it, it is a 30-second thing. If you time on the pull 30 seconds, and then you arm's length right before it hits 30 seconds, you can avoid the pull-in. Otherwise, you'd want a interrupt for that. But it is pretty much on the clock for that enrage, it's 30 seconds in. So I'm pulling these now because I do have my interrupt. I avoided it earlier because I didn't have the interrupt, but these guys can give me some chests, so... I don't remember what this chest was. Oh, intuition. Nothing useful, basically. I'm gonna drag this a little bit closer to the exit here. I'll be fine without the Serenity. I'm sure we'll pick one up. Considering maybe doing another, maybe the Affluence, but I've only had 2 Affluences this whole run. Believe it or not. I need to burn something. Well, I gotta get the Hippogriff. The Hippogriff has to go. I'm gonna lose it in a release. It's proximity and it's close to the exit, so I'll just pull it. Whenever I need to get really good bombs, then RNG gods like Knives and Intuition. Well, I mean, you can make money, right? So maybe to some extent that is really good bombs. It just depends on your goals. Not my goals, though. Okay, time is getting a little weird. I think if I get off on this kill, I'll still try to do it without using anything. And I would like to hold more stuff into the next floor. But I'm not out yet. It's a problem. This might be a flight situation now. Because I don't think I get off this floor until I'm in 15. And if I don't go any faster, then I'm gonna be looking at a probable strength situation, which I would like to have the strength into the next floor, not this one. So I think a flight will happen here. Like I said, I want to have about 11 to 12 minutes into the boss, so I'm affording myself 3 minutes to get off the next floor, which is not a lot of time. Got a good song though. Ooh, a strength. I won't use it yet. Oh, Petri! Okay, I'm out now. Well, I mean, wouldn't have known, so I won't fault the flight on that one, but I do want to maybe do a fortune here. So we might find a treasure room, which could be a thing, too. Amazing came in. Thing here. I do have Corrigans, though. Okay. That's the reason. Didn't get to kill too much, but I do have Corgets at the end of the room, so that's good. I actually kind of forgot I altered. I didn't even look at the altar, so I don't regret the flight though. And I'm gonna be able to afford my time to check chests here. So if I get a mimic, then at least I can get out of here. Now there was a second chest in here. Dang, this was the 2 chests, or was that the one I saw? Okay, this is the one. Miss Emma, hello! How you doing, Emma? Heard you were kicking ass in Elden Ring, which doesn't really surprise me, but what up, my friend? Good to see you. Just woke up from a wicked nap. Great, it's been good so far. Thanks for asking. Doing a couple things here in Heaven on High where we did like a little bit of a self-imposed challenge of usually we like to do landmines to like speed up on tank, and someone was asking, hey, can you do it without them? So we're doing it without them. Also, we're trying out a new concept of Deep Dungeon Bingo, which was so far in its preliminary stages. And we did get Bingo, but I'm trying to see if we can get any other things here. Yeah, it's been a lot going on today, so I hope you've been going well in your end of things. Have you finished, so we are spoiler free on the MSQ. Have you finished the MSQ for 14, or have you been kind of focused in on like Elden Ring and stuff on your end? Hit the one button. Okay. Nice. I'm hoping to finish by maybe Saturday, but more than likely Sunday. Kind of just chipping away at a really nice, comfortable pace. I'd love to talk about it in the future. I'm not in my usual spot. Here's my spot. This is my spot. Always forget what my spot is. Hell yeah. Yeah, and like, you know, I've been kind of, we're looking to kind of refine it, adjust it, evolve it, whatever it might be. Actually, I know we had a couple people talk about how Elden Ring, a couple of the speedrunners there were doing some bingo, and I know some of the community was offering some suggestions kind of in relation to like Elden Ring bingo kind of thingy. So. Emma, by the way, is she's a really, really badass gamer, dude. I still joke about how, you know, your comfort game, my comfort game might be Stardew Valley, and her comfort game is Dark Souls 2. Comfy, cozy Elden Ring. That's just the type of person she is, and I think that'll be the forever joke until I get another one out of her. I appreciate it. You're just as badass, if not even more badass, you know? I love it. It's a great joke, but it's also accurate. I mean, I'm such a big fan you know, games done quick and watching the speedrunners. So watching like people just be really, really good at gaming is such a just thrill for me. So things like that is just so exciting. When I either hear it, see it, you know, it's... I love it. Haven't played Elden Ring, really like Dark Souls 3. This should be no problem, but guys, we haven't seen a Magicite, so we'll see how this run goes. Maybe I should just not open Silver Chest anymore in light of that, but I think I'll still try, right? I mean, I do like making the run as organic as possible. I don't really like manipulating the run, you know, to kind of force out certain things, so we'll see how 81 goes, but this is gonna be a very fascinating run right now. It's gnarly how different people are great at different kinds of... Yeah. Oh man, it is. Even, you know, the various categories of different games, especially when you talk about speedrun categories. Oh man, just to... You know, I think one of the most badass things I was watching in GDQ this one around, in Summer GDQ, was a guy who was a Sonic 3 speedrunner. And he was going for the Chaos Emerald, and I think like the routing for getting like the 3D scrolling game of that one is to actually go backwards and to jump backwards through the thing to get the emerald. And I'm just like, I don't think I could ever do that. Like I would need like thousands of hours of practice just to even get good at that. Like I remember like thinking and I remember playing that game when I was younger and contemplating about this idea that maybe you could like jump over the red tiles, but never was I able to do it. My god, and for it to be doing it backwards and everything. Unreal, dude. I think the one that always also impresses me is the Zelda speedrunners. Especially when they do like glitched runs, just the precision they get. The pixel perfect here, pixel perfect there, it's just like... And like, as much as I love JRPGs, I feel so intimidated by a JRPG speedrun, because there's so much information that you need to like essentially download into your brain. I'm the kind of person that just wants to just hit the buttons, you know? I wouldn't necessarily say mindless, I do love strategy, but even a JRPG speedrun with like a step counter and you know, organizing your equipment, and then also like maybe like damage RNG and manipulation here, manipulation there, it's like it's extremely intimidating to think about stuff like that. And then when I watch people do it, it's just so awesome. Watching folks be passionate about games is fun. Yeah, I agree with that, Astro. I agree with that. I mean, I think you guys as Twitch viewers, you're smart people. I think you can tell when someone just really, really either loves the game or is just really good at a game. And I think there is a incentive to watch those type of creators, you know? I mean, even I feel it as the creator. Like, there are things like, I'm sure Emma, like, you've probably done like a couple sponsorships or something where you know that you know, you're getting paid for it, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, it was a little awkward, maybe, I don't know, maybe you loved all of them. I know a couple that I had were like, you know, it was a good experience, but I probably wouldn't do it again, kind of thing. But... and I feel like if I felt it, I think the viewers would feel it too. That's just me. Did all the bosses on it without parrying. Dang. For me, it was the Catherine 2-player speedrun by the one guy with 2 controllers. My brain does not work fast enough to comprehend, let alone play it. Oh man. Don't you have an encyclopedia? I mean, I do. I mean, maybe you can throw the comparison there. I mean, I think that's one thing that I'm probably very appreciative of, or like very, I mean, you know, I can be humble about it, but the reality is, like, There's a lot of things I remember in Deep Dungeon that is really just out of my brain. I'm not looking at post-it notes. I'm not referencing it. It's all out of my head. Sometimes I'm like, I can't believe I kind of remember all this stuff, you know? Especially like per class, per Deep Dungeon, so on and so forth. But yeah, I guess it's to some extent similar to that. Fair. Alright, let's wipe out thin air and then I'll catch up with you guys first. I do have to take a tiny break, but I'll talk with you guys first before we continue. Okay, can you die? Palms are weird. That's all I'm gonna say. Palms are weird, and we'll see about that. You agree with the yeah. I know like one I had, we were doing Hero Wars, and they had this, it was almost like a whole script for the hour. It was like, okay, first 10 minutes, do this part, and then the next 10 minutes, show this video and talk about the highlights, and this next 15 minutes, do this one. And I thought it was cool that it was like very structured, that I just basically followed the script, but then at the end of the day, I felt like I must have sounded so fake. Like, it must have sounded like I was selling the game, right? I mean, I wasn't genuinely, like, whether or not I was genuinely enjoying this game, like, I was selling it hard. And, like, it's just not my vibe. I think some people are really good at it, and those, you know, they will do a good job with it. For me, it's more like, me selling a game is me, like, hey, this is me really liking this game, so if you like it too, great. If you don't like it, great. I like it, so I can go with that. That's me selling a game. Maybe that's me like selling Deep Dungeon too, right? I mean, I'm not really selling you Deep Dungeon. It's just like, hey, this is this content that exists. If you want to try it, then go ahead. If not, then at least I get to entertain you guys, I guess. Um, that's the mount you can. Yes, that is the mount you can buy from Gold Saucer. It's also the enemy from Eureka Orthos that obliterates you if you don't handle it correctly. Yes. My furthest solo run in Heaven on High have all ended at 90. Time. Unfamiliarity with the boss. I'm paying attention now. This one is going to be fascinating, I think, for a lot of people, especially, like I've said, Warrior is the popular job. So if some of you guys are going for your clears, I would almost, if I were to, like, you know, toss a bet out there, I would say maybe a majority are probably still trying it on Warrior. So to have the palm loadout that I have now, and also to be putting in this thing that we're not doing landmines, is going to be very interesting. I'm not avoiding Magicites on purpose. We just haven't seen them, and it's very possible for that to happen on a run. I've had it one time before, so we'll see how this goes. I use Warrior, but I'm not too confident in landmines. Yeah, and Caffeinate, maybe you were the one too, but I've had multiple people ask directly about that. Hey, can I clear Deep Dungeon? Can I clear a tank without landmines? And I think it's a fair question. And you know, a lot of times when I'm talking about landmines, it's more like I'm trying to convince you it's a good thing, you know. But I think at the end of the day, you know, Deep Dungeon can be defeated and can be conquered in a multitude of ways. So doing it without landmines can be one of those methods. Like, is it better to do landmines? Well, yeah, it's a time save, but you know, if you just can't do it, then you can't do it. You find other ways to make it happen. And how I'm kind of approaching it is almost like a melee idea, because melee, I don't do landmines on melee, except like ninja. But if I take like Viper, we take Reaper, we take Samurai, take Dragoon. Essentially, I would do the same strategy I just did on Warrior. Of course, you'd probably be a little bit more sensitive on the steel usage, but it's basically the same idea. We go a little bit more aggressive on frailties, a little bit more aggressive on strengths to make up the time. I got my Heaven on High Dark Knight because I like being a contrarian. Dark Knight, Pauline, was a lot of fun. Honestly, I feel like Dark Knight's underrated. I mean, TBN was so much fun. And man, going from Heaven on High into Eureka Orthos was such a disappointing experience on Dark Knight. Now, Dark Knight's great damage, don't get me wrong. So, like, you know, for the Dark Knight enthusiasts, like, EO is great, and you feel very powerful. The reason why I didn't like it was I just shoved TBN, like, off my hotbar. Because what am I using it for? You know, do I just stand in intentional damage? Like, I don't use it. So it was so disappointing. I really loved playing around TBN in, like, Heaven on High. That was a joy. To figure out who's gonna break it, at what point, what enemy to fight, get the DPS game. Like, that was cool. But EO, it's just like, I never used it once. It's just a waste. It's just a waste of a button. Unless I want to stand in AoEs, which probably kills me regardless if I had TBN on. Landmines 171 plus are much less stressful. Really, I can see that to some extent. I mean, the enemies are a little bit more stressful here, but honestly, to me, I guess it's more. I feel like it's pretty equal to me. But again, it's probably experience talking. That's it. Just because I've done them so much. I mean, like, dragging multiple tigers is probably, stressful because you have to worry about the conal, which is fair. But I've gotten used to that too, either, like, to bait them out, to get the timing. But, and then Palace, I mean, comparing it to Palace, what do you have? I mean, the only risky pull is the Cyclops, which you have to watch out for. But, I mean, if you just pull a bunch of polar bears and Domels and even tigers, that's a pretty safe pull, just to drag them to a landmine. It's not that bad at all. Yeah, like I would equate Cyclopses to tigers. And to me, I actually feel more threatened by Cyclopses because I can't see the conal. So I actually would think Palace is like slightly more tricky only if I have Cyclopses. At least the tigers I can manage. Unless you break them, unless you pull them out of sync and they start like, like chaining conals, which makes it very complicated. But there's nothing quite like feeling of slapping TBN on a sprout, standing in AoE, and hearing the sound effect. yeah, I can hear that too. But then on the flip side, also thank you for that file, Lynn. On the flip side, Pauline, there's nothing like tossing TBN in yourself in Deep Dungeon and then dodging the next 2 attacks. There's no better feeling than just evade, dodge. When you have TBN on. Love when that happens. Maybe we start knocking out a little bit more the bingo board, potentially, this time. But a lot of these are like Magicite. Magicite here, Magicite, like, half of these are just, I can't even get because I'm on Magicite. Thanks, Wallen, appreciate it, man. Alright, let's do it. See how this run goes. Love this song. The song is so good. Okay. Opening Fortune, not gonna complain. Probably gonna open with a Strength Frailty here. And I'm gonna... Okay. Guess I'll do it now. Oh god, okay, well, that's gonna be fun. We're a warrior, who cares, right? We're a badass tank. Tank privilege. No problem. Oh, you dropped the chest. Yay, Putcher! Why don't you just use your mount and fly to the top of it? Wish I could, that would be exciting, wouldn't it? Yeah, isn't it great? This floor set has really jumped up to one of my favorite looking floor sets, and once we get to Onra, in my opinion, Onra looks amazing. Your mount can fly no higher. Hey, Boolajin, how you doing? That's true. I think I tried to actually fly with the actual tower outside Onokoro. See how high you can get? You can't even go up too high. Where are you going, Merid? To me? It comes to me. Alright, so you gotta get pulled. Where's that Chimera? Okay, he's not anywhere near the thing. I'm really getting used to the POTD brown. Like the 1 to 40. I guess 1 to 50. Wow, still no Magicite. Magicite-less run. Come here quick, come here quick. 3, 2, 1. Dragon Voice in. Transverse out. My frailty's about to go off. Dragon Voice in again. Chimera in that room. Conceal. I gotta probably get this 8. Oh, that's a treasure room. No, it's not a treasure room, sorry. Get too excited, I guess. Okay. Chimera's everywhere. I don't know where the exit is yet. Dragon Voice in. The Chimera's blocking. Both of them are blocking the chest. I can't get access to that chest. I would love to, but I maybe should check the other room before I go to this one to the east, just so I know what I'm dealing with. Surround sound 8. That is the exit. Okay. I have a conceal that I can execute to get off the floor. I want to check the... I want to check what this room is. I don't think I can get this chest though. I mean, I could try to conceal get the chest, but that could cause a lot of problems if that ends up becoming a mimic. Yeah, that Chimera is guarding that chest. Big time. Like, half hoping I need another kill here, but I wouldn't argue to be out of the floor now. I actually can get the chest clean, even if it's a mimics or whatever. Oh, really good pickup. That was worth it. I gotta pick up this concealed and also hope the ape isn't gonna pump this chest. Oh wait, I killed this one. So I mean this ape. This ape is doing it right now. He just started. I'm gonna go now. Thanks. Hey, cheers! Alright, good luck. Alright, I'm not gonna use anything, although I feel like it should be a little aggressive in my palms soon. Just because I'm not working with Magicites right now. But I might try to go to the next floor as is and then see if I want to flight later. 1 debuff. Auto heal. That's at least my concerns. Tuition patrol. Another patrol. Oh, come on, man. Bro, I thought he was going my way, and then he just changes his DPS. Any tips on soloing? Have it on high pick, though. I would definitely recommend holding for your burst as best as you can. Stagger kiting is going to be huge, so when you're casting, like, move away from the enemy each cast. I think one of the big ones is definitely trying to hold for your burst. Caster and Heaven on High is tricky, especially with your lower defense, so you need to do a lot of kiting and a lot of adjusting that way. But the benefit of Picto is that really big burst, so if you can do a lot of damage, up front before you really have to start kiting, that's going to be a good play to go for. Now, I personally actually want to return to Picto Heaven on High, because I felt like I was so uncomfortable in my run when I did it. I didn't feel like I was really taking advantage of Pictomancer to its complete end, because we were still kind of learning the job. I think after my experience with Palace of the Dead will probably help, but yeah, I would try to go with that. Did Deep Dungeon change in terms of difficulty with DP? Nope. Deep Dungeon, fundamentally, is exactly the same how you remember. Now, even taking into account, you know, potential job changes, I don't think there's anything noteworthy that really changed the job from, like, you know, just as an example, from, like, if a job was, like, B tier, it didn't go S tier, where that was a thing in Endwalker, mind you. Endwalker Warrior jumped from, like, being, like, an okay tier to a god tier job because of raw tuition. So you're not seeing something like that happen right now. I mean, if anything, the only thing that you're looking at is the status of Pictomancer, because Pictomancer is extremely strong, and I would say a really good pick for Necromancer. I think there's still kind of debate on how to properly do it without, because it's still a very squishy job no matter how you look at it, so that could get a lot of people that, okay, it has a lot of power, but you might end up dying a lot. I'm going to be taking Pictomancer back in very soon. I'll be doing a no sustaining potion challenge on the floors and see what we can do with Picto on that run and see what kind of limits we can break with that job. But yeah, Picto's the only one I would say is an interesting topic to see. The misdirection Kuro, it was very mean, let me just tell you. I thought I was confident I was going one direction and it didn't. Still no Magicite, day 82. Go this way. At the very least, Pictomancer and Palace for sure is at least another top tier contender. Yeah. So like, when I do that no sustaining on Picto, I think at the same time, I will try to see if I can favor its burst. And just basically maybe try to pull only when I have the burst available, and also because I'm forcing myself not to use the sustaining, I probably have to do it anyway. But that might be an interesting thing. I think my only concern would be like the higher enemies, where I feel like I may die there, but we'll see. It may be impressive enough that it doesn't matter. I mean, the thing that was spicy in 191 Plus was like the freaking Onyx Shaggies were kicking my ass, I think. I mean, they were kicking my ass in Viper, but I'm pretty sure they were kicking my ass on they were kicking my ass in Picto too, and those enemies are usually the ones you like to pull. I think like Chimera Agros. This was an intuition. The exit's into my left, so I'm going this way. I died twice in my run. Once to a no item because I picked up a patrol. At the end of the fight, no steel flood dragon. Oh, rip. Okay. Oh wait, I wasn't looking. Even though you killed it, the dot man. That's what happened to me on Heaven on High and Pictomancer. I got obliterated by a mimic. I got left with like 10% HP, but I died to the pox. I didn't kill the mimic though. I died to the freaking pox tick. Not the him kick, like hitting me again. I think I might consider pushing my flight to 2 already. And then I'll push it to 1 on 84. Just so I can get that going, because again, I don't have very many backups here in terms of floor buttons. I have to like hold on to my Petries more than I would want to. I would typically bring it down to 2, but if I'm not getting helped by Magicites, then that causes quite an interesting situation here. Like, I have not been put in a situation very often of no Magicites, or limited Magicites. I'm gonna have to make this up as we go along. That's how best to utilize my filmmakers right now. That goes who's my next target. If I need another kill, otherwise I just go to the next flight. Okay, don't need a flight. We finally get a Magicite here. Why would I think I'm getting a Magicite? Gozu's looking through the door. If I get this Chimera, I'll fight him, but safety. Oh, my IR is up, we pull. Rule of Warrior. Inner release is available, pull something. So I'm not gonna examine the room. Get this thing off cooldown. Four. Inner release is coming back up again. Let me check the chest first before I probably do the Mentega. Nice pickup. I will not pull the Mentega. Reason here is because I'm gonna strength, but there is a Chimera blocking this room, and I would like to clear him before I decide to do something. Where's the chest? Across the map. Let me get there first. I guess we're gonna need a no Magicite 10-1 to bingo, sort of a freebie. Yeah, that might be at this point. But of course, like, that could be manipulated by not opening silver chests, but then the thing is, like, that goes into maybe a skill thing, because you're obviously handicapping yourself for a bingo set. But hey, if you're confident you can clear with it, push. Good. Focus. Didn't think the Chimera would come and get me like that. Okay, we're in the clear. Luckily, I know the Chimera can be kinda nice with some of its auto attacks, or lack thereof. Also utilized AoE on the Raw Intuition for additional healing. There's another chest. There's a oh, I didn't pick up the chest. Okay, that's a posture. I thought I hit the chest mid-fight, but apparently I didn't. Okay, now the Mentega goes, and if anything, I do the Chimera. I'm gonna do an additional flight for the next floor, because I tend not to like 84. It's also pretty unlikely to get a match done in the first 10 floors, but impossible is... So, first 10 floors, you're talking like 1 to 10, you actually cannot get a Magicite until starting at 7, so it does kind of restrict you into when you can even start getting Magicites. But yeah, it only starts at 47 for the Magicites. Like, I'm gonna alter 85. Debuffs are not bad. I'll pull this Chimera first. See if there's a patrol behind me. Nope. There's a gold chest here. Yeah, I'll take it. Debbie Loaf, thank you for following. When it's the earliest you can get a resolution, I can never remember which, but you can get one starting at 51 and then the other starting at 61. And I want to say raising starts at 51 and resolution starts at 61. But one starts one starts the other. Hell yeah, I remembered it well. There you go. Ow! Oh, don't kill me. Okay. Alright, I was a little ballsy there. Took me like 9 times before I was able to get out of that clearing. You know, I died as warrior like that before when I was doing the roguelike challenge. Basically took a triple hit to the face and he just killed me. But I figured with, you know, normal warriors should have been okay, but... I'll just pull him because I have inner release up. I had the chest I wanted to check, but I'm kind of committed to the damage here. Yeah, that can be bad, because it might be a Mimic here, but we'll see. Ooh, nice pickup with the Serenity, that's kind of big. Recap Serenity, I'll take it. Nothing here. I'll check the other room as well. I might get the Mentega though. That would be the only downside here. How close are you to the exit? I should be okay. At least the inner release isn't tied to timer per se, so you can get all your hits at the very least on the table. Yeah, I just gotta be quick on the pull. Of course, there's like a little bit of, again, the small issue there was that I could have just bailed and go to the chest behind me, but I didn't want to waste it. It's like I mean, it's RNG the way you look at it, but in this case, it didn't burn me. I'll affluence. Maybe I get an altered treasure room, which is part of the bingo, and then try to get a million chests out of it. I don't know. Okay, so this has to be a Serenity because of the blind. Actually, it's really more the blind than the no items, but it's a wombo combo because I would be relying on Raw Intuition to heal me, but if I miss Raw Intuition, then it doesn't do me anything. Good thing I picked it up on the previous floor then. Pulling right now because of inner release again. This is a priority thing. I'll take the time to navigate after inner release is done. Cyclops and a bronze chest. Gozu. Inner release is down for 30 seconds, so I'll take this time to navigate right now. See if I can get to a silver chest first, or also the altered room, which is mimics. Let me fortune for the mimics. That's my thing. Okay, we have internal. This is also the downside of not having a Magicite too, because I would have ended up probably Magiciting this floor, save me the Serenity, but they don't have that option. I was half hoping I didn't have to interject there, so I could have like an immediate pull, but instead what we'll do is we'll pull an elephant while waiting for my cooldown comes in, and then we'll check the 2 chests and then pull the next mimic. I imagine a large chart list of situations to do as Warrior Deep Dungeon in the middle of it is in a release available, so yeah. Especially with Heaven on High, like, the biggest benefit of Heaven on High and Warrior, we do have a list, as you mentioned, a list of things of like, hey, maybe you don't want to really fight this, fight something else. But Warrior kind of bypasses that within a release. Like, you could literally pull anything you want to, and you'll be fine, because of the damage that it can output within a release. It's great. Shinzei, no problem. Ryujin, whatever, you know? It affords you that damage. It was better with Strength and Steel, but... This is my bad on positioning. I caused this issue, but it's fine. We have uptime, so I guess we're keeping our damage going. Are Magicites any more rare? I would say they're more common 21 to 30. If anything, I see so much there, but I don't think the drop rate really changes on the higher floors. So like, it's still whatever percentage it is. It's just in this case, it's, you know, surprisingly low, if not non-existent. To be fair, I probably did hurt myself on the lower floor, because I did skip a lot of rooms. So maybe I did miss a couple Magicites there, but at the end of the day, it kind of gave a little bit of spice to the run, which is useful to you guys, and probably fun to watch as well. Safety. But the Mimic is going down, and with the Strength on, with the Strength on. Going back a little bit, because the Shinzei is coming. I think I had one other enemy in the exit room. Oh, Shinzei, please. Not right now. No, stop. He is angling towards me. Come on out. It's a Ryujin. I'm gonna go this way instead. I think there was the Gozu and the Cyclops in here, which I've skipped. So the Gozu priority followed by the Cyclops. Because the Gozu would kind of be easier to fight. Cyclops I have to kind of manage a little bit differently to get uptime. Probably could have killed it before the Shinzei came in, but it's okay. Alright, I'm out. We go into the next floor as is. Not much I can work with, so we just go as it is. We are kind of like 2 minutes ahead of pace, but I feel like we're going to inevitably have to do something to speed up because we're not going to be able to maintain this. We used 2 flights and an altar to get to this point. So something has to inevitably get used, so I pick something up. This sounds like 2 debuffs. It is, and 1 is blind. And 1's blind. This might be a good candidate for Petri because of the time loss. I think I might consider it. I wouldn't want to go down to 1 Serenity, that's for sure. Do I actually get a Magicite here? Do we really get the Magicite that I've been looking for 66 fours? LOL. I didn't know. I also didn't see the Cyclops Seeker. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna do the thing. I'm gonna try to hold off to see if I can get more stuff, but I gotta make sure they all die. So also, part of me did want to burn off the Petri sooner rather than later, because I didn't want to run into a situation where I was gonna overcap Petri. And the longer and longer I waited, that could happen. So that's one reason I wanted to probably burn the Petri. But the fortune isn't giving anything at all, which is, you know, not great, but whatever. Witching? Great. Are there any tank changes that stood out to me in Deep Dungeon? The ones that stood out is the Gunbreaker and Dark Knight losing their gap closer damage, but I think preliminary results have shown that it doesn't matter too much, unlike Behemoth, which is where it would be a big concern. I don't think there's anything major that has been mentioned overall, so... But yeah, I think that was the only one that was a hot topic. Why did you give me the blind floor? Now, honestly, this floor would have been better to do the, to do the freaking, Serenity, but what can you do, right? I'm gonna fight through this floor. I'm gonna have to. I do have another strength, so I'll take advantage of that. We are riding the strength. I did not position myself, but I kind of like I was caught flat-footed there so bad. Because I'm staying here to avoid the other Cyclops. I would have had to run through the Cyclops to get into the uptime spot, but it's like I second-guessed myself on that. Tanks are getting red buffs, but I think in many classes are high with damage. That's true, but that doesn't have any effect in Deep Dungeon at the very least. There's no effect in Deep Dungeon. That would be kind of neat if, like, Enmity was something you could utilize in here solo, but it doesn't apply for solo. Oh, wait. I missed. Rip. Oh my god. Always the Manticores, man. Also, that took them a while, so the left room must be maybe 2 rooms deep. it can't possibly be one room deep if it took them like 2 enemies to actually come back here. It's either 2 rooms deep or there's a fork in the road. Now, that Manticore coming back, the one in front of me, that means 1 room to my right, which means the right side is a dead end because of how fast it came back. That's one thing that's actually pretty cool to check out with the patrols and how they go by through the rooms to give you an indicator of like how many floors how many rooms you're dealing with. But because that came back so fast, I want to go right first because of that dead end. Yep, that is indeed a dead end. No chest though. This way. So this coming up room is either forks or it's 2 rooms deep because otherwise they would have come back so fast. Not to mention it's minimum 5 anyway. So it is a fork. Oh, where did that Manticore go? No idea. Shirk DD exclusive is that the damage it does is proportionate to how much MP you have. Or how about how much HP you have? The lower HP, the more damage it does. That'd be pretty mean. Live the life of low damage, with low HP. It would be interesting if you could use a palm that would redirect bulk aggro onto a substitute scapegoat for a short second, probably a niche palm. You know what that would be really good for? Kuro? Landmines. That would make Landmine safe for like almost all jobs, because you would have enough time to heal up depending on how long it takes for them to like, you know, how distracted they are. That'd be kinda nice. Well, shit. My strength is down? Noted. Can you die already? Like now. Can you die now? Thank you. Holding. Double jump. Re-strengthening now. Alright, I think I can survive this fight. Doesn't help that I am blinded, but... like not a great spot because of the freaking bushes. I need to get him into like a not grass situation. Oh god, Enko, please man, leave me alone. No, stop walking! Oh, that's a Manticore. Oh shit. Okay, I thought that was an Enko. I mean, it did seem odd, it kept moving. Steal. I need to get the strength in the other room. I use Mage's Guide for Pals of the Dead. After DT, would you say this guide's still accurate? I guess let me return that question to you. Did you find it accurate at Endwalker? Because not a lot of things have changed with jobs, right? And basically, Deep Dungeon feels exactly the same like it was in Endwalker. So if you had used it in Endwalker and you thought it was useful in Endwalker, then it'd be fine. She does occasionally keep up with that stuff too, and actually, like, if there are things that have changed and you just tell her about it, she's gonna go and just adjust it. She's really cool on that. So amongst anything else, it would be it definitely is gonna be still accurate. I would still recommend it as a visual guide if you need to, like something to read and all that stuff. But and then like, you know, cross-reference it maybe with the live streams to see if it correlates and everything. I use the concealed because there's a lot of moving parts here, and it will just get me through the floors a little bit faster. Although, because of the time of the concealed, this might cause me a little bit of issues because it's gonna run out. That's the eggs that I really would like to try to check this other room. If that thing turns, I aggro. I don't think I can get to this room. There's nothing here anyway. You son of a bitch. Alright, so what am I doing in the next floor? Time is still a little bit of a concern. I think I'm gonna try to alter and hope I don't end up using a Petri. I'd be willing to use a flight. I really don't want to use the Petri. To get off this set. I mean, sitting with 2 floor wipes, I've done it before. So things I wouldn't want to use right now into the boss. I don't want a Serenity. I don't want a Petri. I'd be willing to Strength, again. I'm okay with pushing that to 2. Again, we are going Landmine list, so I can't rely on Landmines right now, so that also does remove a little bit of strategy, but that's fine. Part of the training, but Again, I didn't sign up for a no Magicite run all of a sudden, but I guess we'll do it. Shit. I do have Steel on. And I did alter. Okay, we can do this. We just have to fight very fast, but I can do this with the roof. I've done it before. Again, the only reason why the previous floor was bad was because of the blind. And I need to hit targets with Ron Tuition to stay alive, so if I'm missing Ron Tuition, that becomes more of an issue. Of course, aggroing a Manticore while doing this causes a little bit more issue, but we'll be fine, I think. Or that doesn't become a problem too. Okay, well. I hate Manticores, they suck. Every time, dude. Every time I swear. I'm gonna get them into their damage down soon, so they'll be manageable. I think they're both into damage down right now, so I'll be able to heal this back up. I can probably like Ron Tuition single target right now. If I didn't have Steel on, this probably would have been either Serenity or I die. Okay, good. Clean. That is tank privilege. Okay, he is at normal damage right now because he lost the damage down. I heard the first Manticore, by the way, but it was way too close than he aggroed. I did not hear the second one. Now, this also causes an issue. So, I was planning to potentially flight going into 89, and because of the no items, I cannot do that. So, I have to hope I can get off this floor fast enough that I will have enough time to deal with the next floor and then get into the boss. I'm willing to go, like, multiple... I'm willing to do multiple, frailties to get rid of the boss. I just really want to hold on to the Petrify if I can have that happen. Ron Tuition is huge. Like, even if there was, like, even 4 enemies, provided I was gonna stay long enough for Ron Tuition to come back, I mean, AoE Ron Tuition is such a big deal. 40 back, my 91 to 100 Teflon high with success! Congratulations! Welcome to the club, dude. Oh, hell yeah, man. Yo, let's go. That was your first clear, right? That was your first clear? Oh, I got a Mimic and a Mimic. Yo. Bingo card. Took a while to get anything. And this is perfectly fine. First ever solo deep dungeon clear. Hell yeah, let's go, dude. Fresh, clear. Love it. Congratulations. Mr. Wallen, gifting yet another lone hero to the club. I am out. Okay. Mimic and a Mimic and a Mimic. Alright, now I need to get out of here. Exit's here. I think I go because of time, but I can't leave right now. I don't want to dive into the middle of the room. I'm gonna have to hope these guys move out of here. I don't... Oh, Corgans are up there! Oh shit, I should probably go check them. I'm desperate for chests, and I still have strength and steel. Well, I have the steel on. So let me go over there, check them. There 3 or 2. Light came in good. Blight came in. Okay. Worth it. That's huge, considering how thin my palms are right now. Now, the next floor, though. I need to get off the next floor quickly. I think what I'm going to do is at 16 minutes, I will strength, so I'll do a 16-minute strength, and hope I can get out fast enough. But it would take in... Hey, I'm glad they helped. I'm glad they helped, you know? I heard you like mimics, so I put a mimic in your mimic. Hey, it checked off the bingo, so I can't complain. Gloom doesn't help the situation right now. Don't like it. I see the other Manticore. I actually see the other Manticore. 16 minutes, I'm gonna pop the strength. There's another. Wow. Okay, that's 4. Do we get a 5th one for the mark? For the bingo board. Hey Nit, how you doing? Welcome in. Watching my time. That 16-minute mark is what I'm looking for. On PUTD. When do commanders are raised? 51. Funny, someone just asked that question too. 51 plus. Shit. Damn it, dude. Come on, man. Why do you have to block me? Get out of here. They stop. So in all deep dungeons, they stop dropping on the last 20. So even EO, Heaven on High, you don't see them 81 plus. Palace of the Dead, you don't see them 181 plus. Now also, hold on. Also, they do have a high drop rate. 171 and 71 plus, like a little bit of a noticeable higher drop rate. Certainly worth noting. So if you can make it up that high, there might be some benefits of burning your affluences there if you're hunting down raisings. Is this the same one I tracked? This was a number 5, was it? I guess I'll kill all the Manticores so you can get 5 plus. No. Actually saw that late. Don't. I never really put it together, but the dungeon is as close. Yes, it is. Yep. Yep. Very roguelite. A lot of elements of roguelite. Sorry. And I do wonder. I still wonder. Like that would be a question I'd ask Yoshi P if I ever get the opportunity to do so. Does he think Deep Dungeon is a roguelite? Okay, all these encos are being assholes. I swear to God. Every single one of them goes into the way I need to go. Hey Kenjin, how you doing? Welcome and happy Friday. I would have liked to have dealt with that Manticore, but unfortunately, not give me the opportunity to do so. Roguelike. Yeah. Okay, the exit's here. fine. It's gonna hurt, but it's fine. That's the only chest I have. Not out of here yet. Dodge the goo-goo. I should have enough time before the Manticore comes back. I think after this I might check if the Manticore is coming back. But I think I'll be okay before he actually comes to my backside. Okay, good. I think we're okay on time. Yeah, the Manticore is here. Unfortunately, the timing is not the greatest, but... I think we're okay on time, especially because I'm gonna go full-time strength. But I don't remember the time, so we'll just see. I basically have to go 10% a minute. What are each of the macros in the middle of my hotbars? Ooh, so the top one, the X is the transformation macro. Actually, the one below the X is my Behemoth macro, which we no longer need. Behemoth macro is dead because of the way they do the HP now on top of the thing, but that used to be my Behemoth macro. So we would hit something that would put it in the chat. This is like in-game thing, nothing weird. In-game chat that would give you the percentages of enemies, bosses, so that was very specific to Behemoth. So we found out that Behemoth goes to Meteor at 14.9%. And so you basically want to get him as close to 14.9 before so that you can get as much damage in when he starts doing the burst. But now you don't need that macro period. Like, everyone will see the same thing now, which is good. And isn't this floor amazing? Like, this is, like, probably one of my favorite boss floors, I think, in all of Deep Dungeon now. The design of this floor, and the lighting, and, like, even, like, the beautiful clouds outside. This is probably my favorite-looking boss floor in all of Deep Dungeon. It just looks epic. It's so different than what it was prior to Dawntrail. My damage is gonna start to drop here. I will re-strength, I think. I'm only a minute ahead of pace. So I think re-strengthening is gonna be fine. Well, ideal, rather. I wanna say tank probably goes at like a 9% or 8% per minute, so I think a strength has to happen. Without a strength, I mean. I need to get a better way at this boss. The movement loop is still weird. I'll try to explain it as best as I can again. So, I mean, there's definite modifications you can do. But we'll go over the rotation in the way that I interpret it. And the way I can get it consistent. There's a lot of markers that I use on the field to tell me, like, where I need to stand, where I need to go, so on and so forth. So we're started on the new rotation on this one. 815 with strength currently. Okay. 8:15 with train. Okay, yeah, we should be hopefully on pace then. So I add at least 2 more extra minutes. Thank you for that, Aria. The DT lighting upgrades did wonders. I love the what. Oh, interesting. Okay. Ultimate weapon looks pretty good too. Okay. I gotta catch someone doing an MS2 roulette for that. Okay, so we get the Quagga, right? I use this marker right here. At least no past that pillar, but I'll try to stay here. I wait for an auto attack. There's the auto attack, and then I start moving. So you see a visual auto attack when the moth actually hits you. I stay here in this corner, this white corner over here. Auto attack comes out, and then I move. You either wait for the line AoE, or you wait for the auto attack. Then I wait on this pillar right over here. I wait for the AoE to come down on me, and then I go behind the boss. And then from here, it's just rinse and repeat. So I'm using those visual markers to give me where I need to stand. I usually stay very consistent on those certain markers. And that's how I do it. I know you're gonna probably see a variance of how people do it. There's a little bit of uptime melee strats and a little bit of survival for like ranged jobs to do it to mitigate some damage as well. But this to me is then kind of the core of how I figured this one out. So again, wait for the auto attack to come in. Auto attack. Smack. And then move. You can move a little sooner if you're worried about that ball over there. Wait in this corner in between the pillars right by the white over here. Wait for the auto attack and then move. You can wait for the line AoE as well. And then this pillar right over here. Now if you angle the line differently, obviously you wouldn't go on that pillar, you go to the stage spot. But that's how I do the loop here. And that's just every single rotation. So it feels pretty consistent to me. And I've yet to kind of die to that unless I was greedy or something. I copied some other markers back when it was last year, but the time where the auto attacks used to me. Yeah, like there's definitely a little bit of variance in terms of the auto when he fires it off. You could be a little early on it, so let's go a little early, shall we? He's gonna turn around. I'm gonna move now when he turns around. He'll still follow you a little bit, which he did there. Actually, I avoided the auto attack altogether, but it's still okay distance-wise. Here is just the one that you want to wait for the line, because you want to wait for the line to show up, because if you move even a little early, then the line starts angling more to the gates. So if anything, you wait for the line to go up and then react that way. And then the rest of this is just kind of whatever, because the balls are gone and the meteor's gone, usually. I feel like I'm bleeding time a little bit, but we should be okay. Like, I think I'm not bleeding enough. It's either I'm going at, it's like I'm going at like 9.5 or like 10.5% per minute. Looking how it is, and I'm very happy I did the strength. Whoops, that was not the button I wanted. That was not the button I was looking to do, but I did it. Zephyrus, thank you for following. 69999. Quagga. Last times I got here, I definitely didn't have enough time, so I'm being rusted. Yeah, because you start taking risks. I know that feeling. I mean, like Warrior, I would take really big risks, like IR on, like, after Quagga, so I can avoid taking the weight from the ball, consider a Holmgang, just maintaining uptime and everything. Yeah, you start thinking, like, crazy things, but if you're running out of time, like, you need to start doing stuff, you know? What you gotta do to win. So, let's assume we're good. Let's assume we're making it to 91 plus. This is where the training of the one palm challenge that I did comes to bear fruit. So I had been doing a little bit of a series where we intentionally handicapped myself and we dumped our bombs to have one of each of everything. We've completed it on Warrior, we've completed it on Ninja, we've completed it on Red Mage. So we've done it in a handful of jobs. And it's all, like, the original concept of that run was to showcase to people who are trying to go for the clear how to work with, like, limited palms. Now, I don't win every time, but it's more like being like, okay, the run isn't necessarily over if you have really, really, like, low palms. Like, there's still a possibility to clear. So now, circle it back to present day. Because I've done it on Warrior, these palms don't look great. Like, I would probably want at least one more wipe walking in, but it is kind of no different than the one palm challenge. Except the Magicite does afford you some leeway versus having a second Petrify. So there's a chance that we can get this clear. You just have to play very good. I think the lack of strength is something, but again, usually I work with one of everything, and now I'm working with at least more than that. We might be able to make some things work. But, I was really happy I held on to the Petrify. Very happy that I picked up another flight. That can really be useful. Held on to the Frailty here, which was great. We're at 2%, 1% with a little less than a minute remaining. Definitely happy I strengths. Alright, cool. So, you know, palms are a thing, but, we'll see how this goes. We can work with this. Okay. 10 more floors, shall we? I'm gonna hop straight in. Let's do this already. I do have to hit the ads out, so the beginning of the run, some of the guys will be hit with ads. We'll do ads for about 3 minutes or less on Twitch if you're gonna see the full duration, a little less than that on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here, and let's see how this run goes for the last 10 with no Magicites. I haven't seen a Magicite. So, Mad for Books, hey, thank you for the follow. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Ads are going out right now, and I'll see you in a little bit once the ads are finished. So BRB, see you in a bit. Alright. Let's go, right in. Kill the music. Get this done. Okay. Okay. No patrols? I'll take no patrols. You're looking out this way. Where's the chest? Is the question. I would like to get the chest first and foremost. I'm gonna ult immediately. That's the chest. Okay. No Magi challenge. That's what this is so far. Maybe I pick them all up here. Who knows? Oh, nice pickup. First floor Serenity is a meme, but it was good today. Okay, let's start getting to work here. A lot of words. No look, let's go. There are 3 Gozus minimum, which means this room is pretty big for me to not see them until now. I was just listening, Zabin says, to this game's OST the other day. I kind of want to try playing it again, but it's such a weird, unconventional... It is a weird, unconventional game, but that's what made it great! Sometimes I'm tempted to hop back into Zabin. I'm with you on that one. Okay. White Mage again. It's like if they would just do like a remake of it again or something, you know, a re-release, they would give me like... It would give me the motivation to go for it. It's like I just need a little bit more of a push. But it just seems like that game is just dead AF. Cool game, but man, it feels so unintuitive how you're supposed to play it. Really? Well, maybe I played it like... I played it multiple times, so I think I just... Okay, really? I think I got used to it, but... That's fair? Oh my god, this... You guys are so annoying. I put 5 hours into the last Remnant, and then got distracted. That was 13 years ago? Oh no. I beat it like twice, I think. No, I have not gotten a Magicite. We are still Magicite-less. Okay, this is becoming a slight issue. That is a treasure room, which I don't think I can deal with right now. Alright, let's deal with the Gozus. I might work the treasure room after. WTF? I've been trying too. We've been opening all the chests. Especially starting at like 61, I was getting to all the rooms. Still didn't see it. That other Gozu's lost in the spawn room somewhere. I took a really weird angle there. It's gonna make for a great video, that's for sure. We actually end up with no Magicites. I need space to move for the AoE. I'm gonna try to work the treasure room. I mean, if I need a high kill floor, then it kind of works out, and that Mithun is just like freaking just guarding it. Where's the warrior? The warrior's out of bounds, man. A lot of shenanigans going on today. No, more. I guess that works. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but take it. The Gozu's coming in. Can't see. I don't want to enter release now, because this thing's dead. Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. You know why? I might be out. No, I'm not. Okay. Warrior versus warrior. Let's go. Ow. Why are they all looking over here? Look somewhere else. It is an onion helmet, yep. Warrior vs. Warrior, yep. Yeah, they are watching. They know I'm up to no good. Keeping an eye on me. I'm already in Narnia, like waiting, like trying to like see what's over here. Not to penalize me any further. Too bad Warrior Job doesn't have knock. Yeah, well actually, you know, historically it did. I don't think it was in PvE content, but it was so funny. You know what is hilarious? I think there is still a bug in this game that people still encounter once in a while, where if you displace your position, like, too quickly, you could disconnect. I don't know, there's like some type of disconnect thingy. Back in the PvP days of early Stormblood, Warrior had Onslaught. Except Onslaught in PvP actually physically knocked someone back. You gap close into them and you actually shove them back. But the problem there was that there was this weird bug that every time you onslaughted on Warrior, you would just straight up disconnect. I kid you not. And I think they removed the knockback also because I think it was causing the disconnect. Not that it was a useful thing anyway, but you just straight up. So like in one of my teammate on the PvP team who was a Warrior main, like basically had to play a completely other job because he just couldn't play Warrior because every time he played it he just disconnected. It's so weird and funny. And also to that end, Monk actually had a while back, I think it might have been Stormblood as well, that it also had a if you were in, it had shoulder tackle, but if you were in Fist of Earth it would do a knockback on the enemy, but I think they removed that one too. That used to be a thing. Next floor is altered. I spent 10 minutes here. Maybe we actually get lucky and see a respawn right in front of me. Not right in front of me. Anywhere here. This is a little... I'm gonna go for it. If he aggros, it's fine. Okay. Oh no, Gims is talking about the Warrior, mannequin as the onion helmet. Okay, I'm going to see its mimics. Alright, so this is gonna be a Serenity because of the ability. Not even gonna question it. Gonna Serenity immediately. Speaking of disconnect, I heard a few people recently that if you can get a disconnect, you can stay logged out for 28 minutes. Yes! So we do call that the 24-hour trick. Now, realistically speaking, it isn't necessarily a hard 24, like it's not 24 on the mark. But generally speaking, there's some turnover that can happen that if you just kind of wait overnight or wait a day and you try to log back in, there is a possibility the file doesn't get nuked. Of course, the pro is that you save the file. The con is that you can't log into the game for that long. And I think it's enough of a thing that there has been enough people that have said that it works, that it's a thing, but I mean, you're still not looking at a guaranteed possibility. Like, it's still, you know, there's still, like, what do you call it? You still have a high chance that it won't save, but I guess in the sense of, like, logging back in versus doing that, I guess you have a higher chance. Yeah, people will refer to it as the 24-hour trick. We can't quite explain why it even happens. Now, I actually had one instance, Marjorie. I had one instance where I was on 170 and I lost power, like literally, like IRL power gone. And I didn't log back in. I mean, I couldn't log back into the game. I lost power, so I just didn't log back into the game for the next day, and my file was saved. That's it. I didn't lose the file. That's only happened like once, maybe twice. Of course, that was not intentional, that was not my thing, but, I mean, you know, just to throw another kind of... another kind of thing into the bucket for that. Isn't the treasure room with mimics? No, that was 4. I think 3? It should be, like, at least 3, if not 4. Something changed and changed to make it possible? I don't think so. I don't think anything changed. It's more like, think of it like you have more people in the community and you have a bigger sample size, right? So like even in the beginning of the game, you didn't really have many people who were doing Deep Dungeon solo and worrying about files to even test something like that. So I think it's more of a product of just a large sample size. Can you kill the game, log back in, have another attempt? Again, it's... I mean, you're not talking about, like, a 100% chance. I would put it at, like, maybe a 30% chance from what I've heard. If you really wanted to try that, you can, but I wouldn't say it's worth doing that. I mean, that's, like, locking you out of, like, just, like, doing another attempt. You know? Like, in my opinion, it's just better just to run an attempt, but, hey, look, you do you. I'm gonna pull the Mitten here. I'm also gonna re-steal, because the Mitten does hurt, but I have re-steal, so... likely I'm just gonna overcap and steal. This is the better pull because it is blocking me from the room. I'm gonna try to get through one more floor, by the way. As is. And then we're gonna run the flights for 94.95. 94.95. And then if I get to a bad debuff, like if next floor is a really bad debuff floor, I probably do burn a Serenity again. The problem is no items is what's going to complicate things, so it'll definitely benefit me to have a steal running, so I can probably get through without the Serenity. But we'll see how this goes. I do want to get to as many chests as possible. That's good. I think I can LOS here. Sick. My mistake earlier actually was a blessing later. That is another treasure room. Is it on the exit? It's not. Can I get to anything here? Everyone's looking at me again! Look away! Look somewhere else! Then I'm not gonna waste time. I'm gonna check the other things. I may try to work the treasure room, to be fair. Let's say you make it to 188 and... would you have the palms from... Yes! You would have the palms you started with from 191. That's right. I'm gonna thin the treasure room, maybe examine the room to the east, west rather, and then go from there. Might actually sneak. Still no Magicites! Shit. Fine. It's gonna just help more people. See if I can. Well, your palm's better than this, you'll be better off. Kapumera, thank you for the follow. I think another fail cleave is in my future here. I'm tempted to re-strength again. Actually, I might hold on to the strength in protection of the possible no item floor. Yeah, let's do that. I may re-steal. Oh, well, that's not good. Let's not have that happen. I'll just pull this one. This one's gonna see me. No Magi since when? Since I started 5 hours and 51 minutes ago. I started at floor 21. I have not seen a Magicite. I swear on the run. And it's so funny, because we do have Deep Dungeon Bingo on, right? And like, some of them do have Magicite bingo marks. And we would have checked them off by now, but... That Gozu is looking in the direction I'd like to send a chest to. I may go check the room first before I continue this treasure room. Let's actually do that. Let me get the damage boost here, which would be hilarious, but also great. Okay. We do have one bingo, that's right. Ooh. I think I get the Mifun. Nope, just kidding. Ooh, I think I still get the Mifun. Maybe on the way out I get the Mifun. Okay, let me try to get the chests. That's unfavorable. I'm gonna pull the Mifun first because he's gonna cause a problem trying to get out of this room while I try to see if I can sneak this chest either from the left or right side. I don't want to pull it now because if I get a Mimic, it complicates things. Also, I may wait for the gap closer first and then try to sneak the chest. Let's try to do that because it'll be half dead by the time that happens. Yeah. Oops. I think I have enough time before the white mage moves. I'm okay with Mimic. Good pickup. Okay. At least we're working with Shanks and Steels here. I'm ignoring the Mimic. I'm not going to pull the Mimic. I would rather work the treasure room, but if the exit opens, I'm out. I'm not going to hang any longer. Now, I do want to do a fresh Strength and Steel into the next floor, and it will protect against the no-item floor. Ow. Really? Because if I get a no-item, then I really want to fight through it, because I have no way out of a no-item. If I had a Magicite, I would have, but I don't. Okay, back to the treasure room. Hopefully I can sneak a couple chests there before I have to go. Also, we've spent 20 minutes on the first two, which is about normal. Not ideal, but about normal. Come on, guys. Let me see the right side of this room. I want to go to the right. You can check the left. God, I hope not. Well, just don't give me no items. Give me the gloom, give me the blind. Just don't give me no items, because then I'll just nuke it. Gozu, please, for the love of God. Okay, if I have to pull, I'm pulling the Gozu. If I'm out, I'm out. I was a little late on the reprisal. Gozu. Pulling in more a little bit. Okay. Maybe I can actually sneak a chest now. How's the womp? Thank you, Zavala. Welcome in. There's so many white mages here, but we're all still looking at the way I need to go. This other white mage I'm pretty sure would aggro if I try to sneak to the right side. Now if it moves, I might be able to get it, but he did. If I kill this fast enough, I might be able to sneak out one of the chests. Yeah, let's go. It's so worth it. Okay, that's huge. I think I still enter with a Strength Steel, though, because that protects against a no-item. I'm gonna conceal out of here. The monk and the white mage are looking towards the exit, and I might be alternating between the two of them. Hey Percy, war's so good. War hasn't changed, I guess is the best way I can put it. I think their potencies went up, if anything, but no real significant change to Warrior. Deep Dungeon hasn't changed, so there's that too. Still a good pick. Wow, what did you say, Gims? Banning Gims. Gims gonna get banned. can't believe what he did. What'd he say? Don't worry, next floor, big gloom, blind floor, or something. Wow. Said it in chat. Well, I didn't get the big room though, but you did get the gloom and the blind. This one is going to probably be... I'm gonna Petri here. Even though I'm rolling the strength and steel, it's the gloom that's the problem. And anyway, I have 3 Petris, so we'll make the most of it. Blind's the only real one I hated here? Yeah. Well, depends on the job, but it's still not a great thing. The Jackie came back. Focus, focus, focus. Hello, focus. Yo, what up, Sadie? How you doing, dude? Whoa. Get stunned. I'm gonna probably start from this room and go out. I don't know if I want a fortune here. Okay, we're gonna go here. Good morning, sir. Hope you have a good start of your day. Sadie, I started this file at 21 today. I have yet to see a Magicite all day. All day. And I wasn't trying to skip it. Like, we weren't trying to... Oh shit. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, it's fine. None at all. Now, to be fair, I think on the first, like, 21 to 40, 21 to... No, 21 to 40, I was skipping through rooms, like, we were going just, like, really fast and stuff. Just because, you know, whatever, I didn't think it would be that bad. But then, really starting at probably 51, I was really checking everything, and we just didn't get anything. No, we'll do it as a jinx, right? Because I'm gonna put it there and it'll never happen. Of course, you can manipulate it by never opening a silver chest, like I was kind of mentioning before, kind of a self-imposed challenge, but... Exactly, oh yeah, I see. Okay, so now we're going to expend both the flights. Gonna go flight, so 94 is flighted, 95 is flighted, which means 96, 97, 98, 99. I got 4 more floors, 2 of them are gone because of the Petri. So I gotta fight through, like, you know, 2.5 floors, kind of. Well, at least one line, a couple lines are out of the picture, right? So you have to work around it. Okay. I'm gonna work quick here. I gotta get this within the strength steel. This is a flighted floor, however, this does cause an issue because I was gonna flight the next one, but... We actually got the first line of bingo, which is the line, the vertical line of G, about 3 hours and 10 minutes into the run. Not too bad. I kind of kept the thing up anyway, just to see if we would check off anything else. I'm gonna save that white mage for later, because if my strength and steel drops, then I would want to pull that instead. In here. Okay, planted. We have uptime. I wouldn't want to fight a Kubanashi. I'm just asking to die. Okay, still okay on time. I can probably sneak out 2 more kills with the Shank and Steel, and then the last one will be the White Mage. Ooh, I might check the chest here if there is one. 2 White Mages. Okay, that definitely affords me a nice little cushion here. Gonna pull the Jackie right now, because I have my inner release coming in. Nice crit. Okay, let's see if there's a chest in here. I want to pull at least one more with the Shank Steel and then deal with the... Ooh, some more. I'm gonna have to pull the Jackie with me, huh? Don't get another aggro. Silver chest? Is it finally the Magicite I've been looking for this entire time? Nope. Had to make sure my HP was high enough. It didn't even explode. Still no Magicite. Day 94, still no Magicite. Okay, so now it's the White Mages because my Shank and Steel is wearing. Also, time is a thing. And there's there's 2 Kubunashi. So I'm gonna fight the White Mage in a favorable spot to avoid the patrols without a concern. These edges right here on the wall, along the side, they are very good for LOSing. They are enough for it. And if you're here, I'm actually gonna hop into the other side. If you're here, you're not gonna get aggro from the patrols flurry, because they're not gonna drift into your location. This only becomes dangerous, by the way, if there's like another enemy in the room, which could drift into your spawn. But if in this case where there's nothing in this room, I'm completely safe from patrols. That's very nice. Maybe the real Magicite of the friends we meet along the way. Maybe. Yeah. I have one more White Mage I can poke. This is, I think, kill number 4? Or potentially kill number 5? Can't remember. Either way, we do have another White Mage. I'm pretty sure this is number 5, so I've done it before already. The key is, like, really bright orange. Okay, good. And the Kubanashi's right there. I think there's another one that's floating around. Hey, Government Meal. Good. Great day. Can't complain, man. I've had a wonderful day today. Good to see you, dude. I hope you had a great day. Oh, no. I'm not taking a risk here. If I aggro that thing, that causes me to either die or Serenity. I guess dying would be the better option. It's literally just a waste of time. NB Leon Lion, thank you for following. Okay, so next floor, if it's bad debuffs, it's a Petri. If it's manageable debuffs, I fight through it. And I burn my next flight as fast as possible. There are debuffs. Just what is it is the question. Shit. Well, that's a Serenity, unfortunately, and I will fight through that. Is the Kubanashi gonna... It is. Yeah. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. We still have one to go. I do have to fight through this floor, so let me wait a second. Probably gonna Frailty here. I'm not gonna get the uptime here just because the birds are really annoying. So I'm just gonna fight this kind of normally, if you will. Maybe I can... Actually, I think I did that right, all of a sudden. Patrol coming in. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. The doggy, appreciate that. Gotta worry about the second bird that's here. I'm trying to pull the harder things first. So there's gonna be another AoE on my feet that might happen soon. There. Oh, it's late again. I don't know why I'm greeting that anyway. It's like unnecessary to greet it. I'm gonna take care of the birds because they're the most annoying thing here. I have the Kupanashi that's going to be coming back very soon. So I need to mind that. I may take care of the bird next, just because I wouldn't want him shooting or coming at me in a weird direction when I'm heading to the exit. Just in time. I thought I was gonna get the aggro there. Any Magicites yet? Nope, still none. Still 0. And I'm trying to pick him up, but how much to work with today? Frailty's still on. I'm pulling the Jinba because it's the more dangerous one. Get over here. Good boy. Well, that's kind of crap. Okay, not as fast. Innovation is down, but that's okay. I do want to get to the chests on the other room if I can help it. Part of me also wants to just leave because I have the flag going. If I open the exit now, I really may consider just leaving so I can run the strength and steel that I'm going to, but if I need to find another kill, then I'm going to go to the other room. Kind of a tough decision here. Time is tight, so I don't want to dilly-dally too much, but Palm could also change the whole thing. Okay, not out, so I will explore. There's also the Kupanashi that I have to watch out for. Here, that's a bronze chest, and that's a bird bitch. Where's the giant? Oh, he's behind me. Oh, for some reason I thought he was in front of me. No, he's behind me. Oh no, he is here. Okay. I was right. I'm gonna fight because I think the defense thing is coming in soon. Magicites. Almost got 2. Third auto trap. I've been watching you for a bit, and I don't have Necromancy yet, but I know you will, Bruce. We will help. We will believe. That's really good. That's really good. I mean, you're past Behemoth, that's huge. You know, honestly, the nerves are what's tough. You know, each floor you get to, I think the nerves start kicking in harder and harder, which is completely understandable, right? I mean, that's kind of what makes it a challenge, but... Okay, this is getting a little dire at the moment, especially with these semi-high kill counts. And I'm not picking up another Striking Steel, which is gonna be tough. I can buy myself a bit, you know, because the next floor is flighted 96, and then we are going to Petri 97, 98, so I gotta get to one more floor. So it's like, I think I still need a little help. A strength would be huge. That's all I need. I don't need a steal, but a strength would be huge. But I basically it might come down to me having to fight through one more floor with time winding down. We'll see how that goes, huh? Hey, I'm glad they helped, and we're gonna be making more of them in this expansion. This is actually part of it. This run is turning into something that could really be good for people. This was originally going to be about trying to clear without landmines, which we didn't. We didn't use any landmines, but now it's becoming almost a run without Magicites. And that wasn't planned, but here we are. It's just heaven on high for you. Kinda just decides whatever the heck it wants to do. I have not seen a single Magicite this entire run. Please open, dude. I have to go to like 3 rooms over to pull something. Thank God. Okay, next floor is flighted. I can sight and steal a sight and safety all the way through. So that's one note. I hadn't been doing that, and I could do it now. There is at least 2, maybe 2 debuffs, maybe just 1. Okay, that could be worse. It's like... That is a lot of chests full. Something's gotta be good, right? They can't all possibly be mimics. Wow. Yeah, I want to bet. Yeah, let's go. I mean, all of them mimics? I don't know, like 3 out of 5? Yeah, sure, okay. I am not healing. Oh no. The witching? Might be a double witching, because I do not want to deal with the Kubanashi. So, I probably could have fought through a double pull. The problem with the Kubanashi is that it does have a stacking damage boost, and that's what makes it complicated. That's why the pull is done. There is a lot of patrol. Well, we have actually 4 patrols. I might actually see the 5 patrol marker on the bingo card. Wait, it actually got the on-drain off, really? That's 5. Actually, that's definitely 5 patrols. So we got at least 2 bingos. Heyo. Leave it to 91 plus to bring in the 5 plus patrols there. Now, pretty much, let's assume I don't pick anything up from now. Basically, what I want to do is the moment I see a clear floor, we fight through it. Every other floor, we're going to try to nuke it. But then I also have to hope I don't get 2 no-item floors coming in. That's going to wreck everything, because 2 no-item floors will be bad. Oh no. Okay, let's fight this. So I can get through one of them, but the other one would be bad. I realized a little too late that the enemy actually dropped the chest, which kind of makes you want to do another fortune. Because where else am I using it? Well, I could use it on the Petri floor. Okay, we'll use it on the Petri floors. Remember, this is flighted, so I might be off on this kill. And actually, this is not great, because I did want to check the chest and fish out mimics. So all these extra pulls is not helping right now. Affluence, interesting. And I am out in 3, but now I'm causing an issue here because I'm gonna check chests. Ugh. I may pass on that chest down there. Serenity is tremendously big. So do I fight for more? That's a treasure room, so I don't go there. Unless it's a silver, and maybe I can go over there. Let me check this one room here. Unless it's... oh, it isn't blocked, okay. What class would you suggest for solo run for new Deep Dungeon Doer? I tried Machinist with Dynamite on House. I know this is kind of squishy, but I'm not sure if it's a good choice. Well, Machinist is a popular choice, but you have to factor in, you know, kind of, are you comfortable with the job? Now, I would argue that you can kind of equate Machinist and Warrior to some extent. Like, I would almost put them at a 1-to-1 ratio. They play extremely differently, but what they're capable of doing is very good. So if the kiting isn't your thing, Lily, you could give Warrior a try. You could try your main job. If your main job is neither of the two, you can try that too, just to see if you like the way the playstyle is, you know, to think about as a consideration. Okay, this one has to be... it has to be the Petri. Feels good. This one has to be the Petri. Sage is really good. Summoner also. Okay, Summoner will play very similar to Machinist. So if that did not suit your playstyle, you may want to not consider doing Summoner. Sage was very good though. I like Sage a lot. It's gonna be tough with the healing. I'm sorry, with your low damage, but yeah, Willow loves Sage. Willow loves the Sage. Switching in. Okay, now this is gonna be a little interesting. I think I'm just gonna Petri here, because this could get a little complicated with the pull, not to mention having to dodge things. Now the question is, do I pop a chest now? I think I don't, and I think I go because time is a thing. And if I get a mimic, then it's either I take the death... I could take a death though. Let me see, okay. I'm willing to do this if I can get there, which I can't. If it was more than one chest that I can check, then I would check it, but... it looked like it was blocked by a void, whatever it's called, so, I think I avoid it. And I go, because I need to give myself time to actually fight through a floor. Now, I do have the Serenities, I saved this, so I have Serenities for the last few. It hasn't improved one bit. It hasn't improved one bit. Safety. I'm gonna fight through this floor. And then we Petri the last one. I clear this floor, we Petri the last one, we're good. And then we can say, that's Warrior for you. We gotta get there first. It's like, it's one of those things, it's like, you know, a lot of times I'm not playing the popular job, because we're obviously trying a whole bunch of other jobs. But man, we are playing kind of one of the jobs that are popular and have run high, and if this doesn't give you a reason why, you know, just off gameplay, I don't need to advertise the job, I don't need to tell you, hey, this one's good. It's just like, you know, see how the run progressed and see what it's capable of. Lily, by the way, if you're around tomorrow, and this is a good time slot to watch the stream, tomorrow I am back on Machinist Palace of the Dead, so if that might be something that you're just curious to see how it is live, I mean, you know, check it out. And actually tomorrow is going to be interesting because I am doing a little bit of a challenge there where we will try to fight as many things as I can without steel on purpose to see if we're able to do it. It's probably going to cause a lot of deaths. I'm going to go as far as my raising gets me, but we're also getting it for like video footage and whatnot. But tomorrow it's going to be about challenging a lot of things without steel and see what Machinist is capable of. Been staying up super late lately because I'm enjoying the summer before I go back to school. I'll Uber for my children. Yo, all good, all good. Well, yeah, I'll be so tomorrow 9 PM Eastern. I guess that's Friday 9 PM Eastern, depending on your time zone. We'll be doing the Palace of the Dead Machinist 121 plus. So actually around this time you'd be seeing towards the end of it. So maybe like 151 plus would be maybe about midnight Eastern or something like that. Dang! Sorry, it's a new trial. People still learning. Hey Rune, how you doing? Welcome. You dropped the chest. Okay. Bird. I do want to still check chests. That's what I want to do. Because I could still get something useful, also not afraid of mimics. And if I get a strength, that's gonna be great. If I get a frailty, that's really good. If I get a Petri, it's even better. I magically see a Magicite for the first time, that'll be also really good. Alright, come with me because I'm gonna get closer to the show. But I'll be sure. Okay, you're 1 hour behind me. Okay, so that would be, so we'll start at about 8 PM your time. And yeah, I would say about 3 hours in, we'll be on the floor that you died on, I would say, so. Gotta spend the, well, there is a channel point for that to make me spend the invitations. If you wish. Time to advertise Black Mage. You know, I do have a lot of fun on Black Mage Box, although I think it's one of those situations where I could play it, and then people are like, yeah, I'm good, fam. You see what we gotta do on Black Mage? I'm like, yeah, I'll pass. And that's fair, you know? Alteration. Nah, I'll just pass on it. I really want to get the clear. It has to be the Kurokishi because it is a proximity enemy. So we want to clear that out. I did safety here, right? I think. Yeah. Pretty sure I saved. No, I safety here. Yeah, I safety here. It wouldn't be the first time. It would definitely be a great ending to the story, that's for sure. I gotta get off this floor first. Time is a thing. And I have nothing else to speed this up, and I gotta save that Petri. I'm really hoping to find a strength in this chest or something. It's fine if it's a mimic, but really hoping to find something good in that chest. Oh, so perfect! Okay, that's good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now I'll take a frailty, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I mean, it is a high probability to get a strength and a steel, so that's why I was kind of banking on the fact we'd see one, but man, was it a timely thing to come in right now. Lily, I would definitely check out some Sage Bond. I would check out Big Time Willows if he has them available for you to check out. I have some on my end too, they're good. I actually did a Sage No Sustaining Potion before Endwalker finished up, so that could be a recent reference if you want to. Thank you for that. Thank you for the Prime, Desi. I really appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna pull... Ooh, this actually may not have been a great option, but I'll pull them back a little bit so I don't trigger the Kyozo from doing his thing. I figured it's a good time to do some deep dungeon before raiding. We're gonna get... Yeah. And hey, even after raiding, you know, once you guys conquered the heck out of Savage, I'll still be here. I'll probably still be on, like, you know, doing wild jobs and all that stuff. Maybe by that time, Bingo will be more refined for you guys, you know? Yeah. Okay, chest first, and then Kyozo. I understand about the time, but there's nothing much I can do. Witching. What % of your playtime is in deep dungeons? Ooh. I think at this point, if I had to put a percentage, like actually in the instance doing deep dungeon, maybe like 60%. I mean, I did do a lot of PvP back in my day. I did a lot of crafting as well, not including the AFK times that I've had, but I probably would say 60 to maybe 70% of time. 100, well, I mean, as of like the past 2 expansions, it's probably been like 100%, you know? Maybe like 95%, like barring MSQ and stuff, but... Oh, nice! Okay, so we definitely have enough time here, but I am all the way across the map for this. I think what I want to do... I was thinking about entering with a conceal, but I don't want to kill the conceal. I do also want to see if we have a Dodo, because I haven't seen him in a minute, but we do have a little time remaining. Don't. I was wondering if you did any Savage. Nope, I don't. I've never done a Savage on content. I've cleared Savages, like, you know, way past the time that it's supposed to be relevant. Never touched an Ultimate. Most I've done was, like, an Extreme, like, once or twice. I've done, like, maybe, like, 3 Extremes in my history. But a lot of my time was PvP early days. Deep Dungeon, of course, is when it's released, but there was definitely a period when Deep Dungeon didn't exist. Okay, kind of a small floor. Just in case, huh? Alright. Just in case. We just need to make sure we had that victory. I'm actually just gonna use it now. That's a treasure room. I'm very curious about if I'm gonna see a Petri or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, not a Petri, a Magicite. Could it be? Could it be? Could we finally see the Magicite we've been waiting for all this time? Nope. Still no. Alright. Great. Well, I guess you just don't need Magicites for this run, huh? Thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. I can see the Dodos around, but I don't see him. The Dodo's MIA again. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go now. I mean, that's funny that we just didn't see a Magicite at all. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Syl, and as well as Latorn. Have you played much Scholar? I have not. I apologize. I did do it in Deep Dungeon, but it's been a while since I did it in Deep Dungeon. But I don't play Scholar, like, outside of Deep Dungeon. So, I can't offer an opinion. I do apologize. No landmines or magicites needed. Yeah, this will make for a good video, huh? Let's do it. So, to those that were curious about it, there you go. You know, a lot of people still do not like Scholar in Heaven on High. I liked it in Palace. It took me a while to clear in Heaven on High, though, but... Of course, you know, Scholar could have adjusted as well, which is fair. No Magi clear, no landmines. Except for the early 4. There you go. That is Warrior. That's how powerful this job is. So, like, if you're looking for Lone Hero, and, like, you're like, hey, what job do I pick? look, I like to be like, hey, try all the jobs, you know, this one's good, but this was Warrior, and this is like, this is just showcasing what it's capable of doing, you know? Yeah, I mean, look, we did, like I said, we did a one palm challenge on Warrior where we had one of everything. We cleared on Warrior that one. This was unintentionally a no Magicite run, so, you know, I was really trying to, like, I was trying, and we just didn't get it. So that's very impressive with what Warrior can pull off. That's pretty badass. Could you tell the difference between Heaven on High and PCT having played it so much? Could I tell the difference? You mean like kind of in that conversation of scholars? That what you mean, or like just in general? Time to go further. No palm, no magi. Oh my god, I don't know about that one. In general, yeah, I mean, you know, the floors are different. So Palace has 200 floors. Heaven on High has 100. Palace of the Dead is level 60 cap, whereas Heaven on High is level 70 cap. Now, in terms of the actual mechanics, they're kind of similar. Now, the bosses in Palace are way harder. At least they hit you harder. You have to have more strength and steel. Heaven on High, the bosses are a little boring, and you can get away without strength and steel. The enemies hit you harder in Heaven on High. Palace of the Dead, not as hard, but you're dealing with a lot of proximity enemies. And also the palms are different. You have transformation palms in Palace, and you have the Petri, the Conceal, and the Frailty in Heaven on High. So those are like the quick differences of the two. That one. Thanks, Kenshin. I've been meaning to ask, you have music running and changing each floor, says Screaming Idiot. Is that a manual? It is a manual change, that's right. It is a manual change for my music. I have it on my hard drive, and I'm manually changing it. Would you consider doing a run trying to have the lowest points possible? Would I consider it? We've had community members do it. I think Finn's tried it once. I know our buddy Quadratini has tried it once. I'm not gonna say it's off the table, but it's not a priority for me. It is a very interesting run. In terms of like intentionally not revealing floors, not opening chests, dying on purpose. So there's some things I can be involved with it, but it's a challenge that I'm personally not into right now. I think I'm still focused on like getting people into Deep Dungeon and getting through the doors and trying to get their players and trying to try them. And there's so much to enter with that one, but that is definitely a thing that people have done though, so. I would say a decent amount of aggro differences. Again, you're dealing with a lot of proximity, whereas Heaven on High, there's very few proximity. Honestly, I felt like that was by design with the way they kind of, you know, did the did Deep Dungeon in general. But yeah, so anyway guys, thank you for watching that. I hope you had a blast watching that. I hope people who were kind of looking for a run like this where we didn't do the landmines, it was useful to you. We're definitely going to get this on YouTube at some point, don't worry about that. And I'm actually probably going to label it as like no landmine, no magicite, you know.